Brice, just kind of what was the message you guys wanted to send out tonight with the dominating performance?
Just knowing that once we're capable of playing our game, that we can compete with anyone in the nation. Just knowing that we're taking it one game at a time. You can send a message to not only the Valley, but also if we were to be in the NCAA tournament, just know like we're here to play anyone, just playing our game, just getting our energy back and our feel for the game, making shots, making good plays here and there.
Did you see a game like this one coming, a 34-point win over a team that hadn't lost in the conference yet?
Oh, no, not at all. I just thought, honestly, everything just went our way. This game, we played very well together. Started on the defensive end. We shut down 2, potentially 3 first team Valley players tonight. And that was a big key. Our emphasis of our game plan was to shut 11, 3, and 5 down, and I think we executed that very well.
Jasmine, you all established that momentum really early on. When is it that you knew that this was going to be your night?
Like me personally?
As a team.
Oh, as a team. I knew it was going to be a good game, like just when people are hitting shots, but at the beginning, somebody hit a 3 and we went literally crazy. Like they got the first shot, but once we got our first shot off, we knew we were picking it up, and then lockdown D, their turnovers after turnovers, like we only had 6 compared to their a lot. But overall, I just knew it was going to be a good game.
Just a defensive effort tonight. The second quarter, you guys held them to 1 field goal, and they didn't hit one in the final 7 minutes of the third. Just kind of how special was that defensive performance tonight? What were you guys feeling out there on that side?
I think we know we're a power-heavy offensive team, and just knowing our whole emphasis this week practice was defense, defense, defense. And just knowing if we're able to stop them from scoring, then if we're on that night, then we're going to blow them out in the gym. But I just think our personal goals were just stop the person that you're assigned to. Stop them all night. Then we should win the game.
Jazz, just how good is this team capable of being when you guys are clicking together?
Oh, we have so much chemistry, and we have so much potential as a team. Like, this isn't even all of us yet, especially if the bench comes in and does what they got to do. And then our starting 5, like, we have so much more potential than people think. And they might think that was all we had, but like, there's a lot. And on Sunday, you'll see it. It's gonna be a battle.
How does it get better than that?
You got your centers shooting 3s and swishing those, us hitting 3s, master box, maybe. Just maybe I might dunk it. Who knows what's gonna happen? But just stuff like that. There's a lot going on, and we have a lot coming.
Brice, that was a big win in the conference race. How nice would it be for you all to follow this through and see it out and be able to win a conference? Is that a goal of yours?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We want to win out the rest of the conference, the second half of conference play, and we know each game is going to get harder and harder. And if we just play to our best potential, especially defensively, and now carry on to the offensive side, I think we'll be fine.
And also, how important is it to just stack up wins right now? Because you're high in the RPI. I know that you want to win in March in the Valley tournament, but not still an NCAA caliber team. I mean, how important is it just to pile up wins right now?
Oh, I think wins will help us out definitely tremendously. Just going into the tournament, if we were to win our conference tournament, and even if we don't, just the wins we need to boost our resume and just continue our confidence. I think we've been kind of lacking confidence the last 3 or 4 weeks, and this was a great game to release that in front of a huge crowd. We actually had a student section for once, so that made us feel really good. We wanted to put on a show, and I just think we keep playing together like this, the wins will add on.
Just how cool was it playing in front of that crowd? I mean, you bring up the student section, it was packed. Just kind of the crowd you guys have seemed to deserve.
Oh yeah, I think it's a great turnout. I mean, for once they showed up, we know we have great support in like social media world. People don't really show up, but just seeing faces in the student section, I think gives us a boost of confidence. We want to win for not only our team, but our community, our campus, just putting our names out there.
Jazz, you brought it up, so did Brice, but last week after a block, you had it down the court. It almost looked like you were going to dunk it. This time you almost dunked it. Is this something you're practicing, through the week? Something we're going to see in a game at some point?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, it kind of comes to mind. I was like, ooh, man, I could dunk this. But then I saw that girl underneath me, and it kind of made me nervous. I don't want to hurt anybody, but
You don't want to get hurt either.
Yeah, honestly, myself too. Y'all see I'm very clumsy. I just throw myself around. But it's definitely, I feel like it's coming. I'm getting a little excited thinking about it. But yeah, stay tuned. Some crazy victory.
Have you been working on that bank shot too?
Oh, God, no. Where that came from. My teammate told me too. She's like, if you would jump, like, it wouldn't look so bad. I was like, thanks. But it goes in. Yeah.
Was the smile more about the bank, or was it that you were just barely in front of the line, deep two?
Oh. Was it almost a three?
It was almost a 3.
Oh, dang.
You could have been 2 for 2.
I think I was honestly laughing about the bank. I wasn't paying attention to where I was. Just kind of chunked it up there, but yeah.
Well, that was a fun game. First off, I just want to say, I'm so excited that, Lady Bear Nation came out like that. I really appreciate our fans. They were definitely our sixth man tonight. There was so much energy in the gym. It was so electric. We had people in the student section. We had people all over the place. So we just want to say thanks. And I know it's Super Bowl Sunday, but we need them to come back out on Sunday. But as far as the game, I'm just super proud of our team. Honestly, defensively is what we did defensively was just off the charts, honestly. And we've been working so hard on that side of the ball. I've always said we're a high-powered offense. We can get up and down in transition. We can score the ball. But, in order to win championships, we got to defend. And I just think our defense is getting better and better each game. I think we needed that SIU wake-up call. And we've been really focused and having great practices and kind of just, carrying over the game plan. And so I'm just really excited at our bench play. We had 28 points off the bench. I thought we did a good job there. But, Brice and Wilson really set the tone defensively, and the rest of the team followed.
Just getting a 34-point win over a team that was previously undefeated in the Valley, just kind of, were you guys out to try to make kind of a little statement or something?
For sure we wanted to make a statement. I said that before the game. But the statement isn't just like about Valley play and us trying to pursue championships. It's about we can be a consistent team. We're a great team. We have to prove it every game, day in and day out. Doesn't matter who we play. And I think we made tremendous growth in that area last weekend against Indiana State and Evansville. And then again tonight against a really, really good team. I mean, Bradley has been, doing some great stuff, and I think non-conference, they had great run in non-conference, but then they just came off a big weekend with Drake and UNI and coming up with 2 wins. So, Bradley, credit to their program. They've done a great job this year. And there's, the Valley's just hard. I mean, every weekend is a big weekend. There's no weekends off. But we just want to focus on us. And we want to play our style of basketball, Lady Bear basketball. Doesn't matter who we play. And I think we proved that tonight. The glaring stat that came off, when I mentioned it in the locker room, was 6 turnovers for the whole game. And they all started screaming, almost did backflips. But, because we've had our turnover woes, but I'm just so proud of them because we played up tempo, and we played really fast tonight. So to have 6 turnovers is big time growth. We just have to be consistent in that area.
When you say a wake-up call from the Southern Illinois game, just kind of what's the biggest difference you see from a little bit before then to right now?
First of all, our defensive intensity and focus, but also just in practice, just being a little more dialed into the game plan and scouting report. I mean, I think we were getting into a rhythm of, well, we're more talented, or we're the better team, and we just show up and then people punch us in the mouth, and it's like, whoa, now we're trying to punch first like we were in the non-conference and not be, too lackadaisical and just get back to being hungry and proving a point and making a statement every single game. So I think our practices have really gone up. Discipline and accountability within themselves has gone up. So I just really like our focus, honestly, and everybody's focus, everybody on the team, every single player. So I think that's what makes teams great. If you have consistency in practice and the way you approach games, then, we're in good shape.
Coach, it was such a balanced attack tonight. What does it give you to say about your team's depth and your team's bench?
I've said from the beginning, we're really deep, and we have a high-powered offense. We have so many weapons, and we're very versatile. So I try to utilize that. But what I really liked is no matter who came in the game, our defense didn't drop off. So I think that says a lot about our growth because that's been up and down. As soon as we sub, other teams go on runs and this and that. So we were really focusing on no matter who's in the game, we got to lock up their go-to players, Petrie, Hawk, White, and not let up. And we also were focusing on having each other's back. So if somebody's getting blown by, we're not going to leave them on the island. Let somebody go shoot a layup or shoot open shot. Just rotate, talk, communicate. So we've been doing well in practice, and now to see it carry over in the games, I'm just really proud of them.
It's the second straight game Jasmine's almost dunked. You think she's you think she might pull it off in one of these coming games?
You know, at the end there, when I think it was Maya fouled out, somebody fouled out at the end, Jazz was like, put me back in, I'll dunk it. And I was like, no. Because I told her the only time she could ever try it is in a blowout. So it was a blowout. She's jumping up and down. I acted like I didn't even see her. And I was like, man, you know, go in there. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Jasmine, she's super athletic and she does play above the rim. But I'm like, make the layup for right now. Now, if she tries it, I wouldn't be mad if we have a comfortable lead, you know. But I'm not really focused on that right now. I would like to see her do it in practice first before we try it in the game. But she's just so athletic. I mean, she just disrupted a lot of their plays today and did a good job of just rebounding and getting deflections. And she adds so much energy. She's really a spark for us. But I just liked everybody's defense as a whole.
You bring up that defensive intensity. That's 2 field goals for one of the highest scoring players in the league. And then you hold them to 31%, and they only hit 1 field goal in the entire second quarter. Just kind of what impressed you the most throughout the night of what they were able to do?
I think defensively, the way we were in our gaps. Now, we made huge strides last weekend against Indiana State and Evansville, but they got some prolific scorers on this team, and the way we were in our gaps and just did not give up driving lanes. I mean, of course, there was like 1 or 2 breakdowns here and there, but basketball's a game of mistakes. It's never going to be perfect, but the way that we helped each other out and like clogged driving lanes really gave them problems because they were trying to go off the bounce, get downhill. Next thing you know, somebody's there, they're backing it out, and then now their offense isn't really running the way it is because they're a high-powered offensive team as well. So I just think the way we helped each other and the way we were there for each other, help side was there. And in previous games, we've had a lot of people, you know, just guarding their man and not worrying about, you know, their teammate, and then we get wide open layups and things like that. So I think we've just made some growth in that area. Like, it's a team game, and we got to be there for each other and have each other's back.
Emily had 6 points, although she had a couple of near misses, but just what does she do for you on the court, you know, beyond that scoring and rebounding?
Well, I mean, you know, Emily's presence just changes the game. A lot of teams scout, you know, to go against Emily just because she's big, she's strong, you know, she alters shots. It's hard for other players to post up against her. So when Emily's being physical, she changes the game, you know, and she's in her mind, she knows you have to remind her because she's used to kind of shying away from contact, but she's come leaps and bounds with that. So when she's being physical and posting up with 2 feet in the paint, I mean, it just, the other team can't do anything about it. And then when she's, you know, on the other end, pushing people out of the paint and being a force and just backing up our defense, and help side and altering shots and blocking shots. I mean, it just, you want a post player that can do that because then you can get out and pressure a little bit more because you know Emily's got your back, you know, or Jasmine or whoever it is. So I just see her growing more and more. She's just trying to get more physical and just kind of be an authority for us in the paint on both sides.
Coach, you talked a lot about the turnovers being down and then, you know, the offense and defense being there tonight. Would you say this is the most maybe complete 40 minutes you've seen from the Lady Bears this season?
For sure. I just said that on the radio. This is probably our most complete game, and it's against a great team as well. So I just loved our focus defensively. I mean, we talked a lot about it, but that's a team. I mean, those kids can really score, you know, and they're very confident, and they're coming off of 8-game winning streak or whatever it was. So for us to just come out and just kind of punch and just make a statement, like, you guys are just not going to come in our house and score on us. I just think, you know, it really took the wind out of them early, and they were kind of discombobulated. So and then we did the same thing on offense. You know, we played our pace, and we pushed the ball, and we scored in transition, and we set screens, and we ran our sets, and got everybody involved. So I would say this is our best game, you know, most complete game. And I think that we just got to be humble and hungry. I just told them in the locker room, we just got to stay right where we are, and just every team we attack it the same way as we did tonight.
The girls said they could be even better. How are they going to be even better in a 34-point win over a previously undefeated team in conference?
Well, I mean, I love that they said that, you know, because they look at because we work on a lot of things in practice. So if there's a breakdown, you guys might not notice maybe on a set that they were running, maybe we're supposed to switch something. And so if we mess that up, then they're like, oh man, we went over that in practice a bunch of times. So they're not satisfied, you know, even though maybe we still got to stop, a defensive stop. So I love that about them. And I think that's how we were in the non-conference. We got a little complacent, we were winning, and we got, you know, just a little lackadaisical, and now we got that fire back. So we just got to be consistent. That's what I told them. We're not going to have any drop-offs on Sunday and moving forward. Just keep our focus right where it is.
You brought up the crowd. Just how nice was it to see just something that they seem to deserve right now, just a crowd like that?
Well, I mean, it was, the crowd was awesome, like I said. I mean, our sixth man, and when I was giving my pregame talk to them, when I said, the last thing I said was like, let's go give the crowd a show. And I think that's what we did. I mean, we just want to, you know, give our fans a show and, you know, let them have fun at the game and hopefully come back. And we talked a lot also in the locker room about having that Mamba mentality, you know, obviously with the tragedy that just happened with Kobe. But that's what I think. I mean, Kobe was just, he was almost superhuman or supernatural with his ability to put mind over matter and his just mental toughness. Like if he wanted to be great and he believed he was great, he was going to be great. And he worked hard and he was super consistent at the way he attacked everything in life. And so that's what I talked to them about. Like we can't just say we want to win a conference title or say we want to win a championship, say we want to go past Sweet 16. We can't just say these things. We have to have the mindset and the mental toughness to actually go out and do these things. So we talked a lot about that, and I think that's how we came out. You know, I think our mental toughness and our physical toughness was through the roof, and we just got to keep doing that moving forward.
You like playing on Super Bowl Sunday?
I mean, I like playing any day, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, we just hope people come out and support us and then go watch the Super Bowl, but we'll see.
You got a prediction at all?
Super Bowl? No, that's not in my wheelhouse.
She can't even say.
Chiefs!
She's out there.
There you go, Chiefs country.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Worried about her for a second.
There you go, there you go.